Hey YouTubers, so something important. Talk about for now, something kind of damn important, which basically is, basically I wish more people would do this, which basically is on YouTube, nice big ass YouTube like the big ass cigar. So basically, this has to do with comments and also videos. So you have videos on YouTube, nice big ass videos like the big ass cigar. You have comments, nice big ass comments like the big ass cigar, just being silly ass like the big ass cigar. And long story short, I wish more people, when they got comments on their channel, or comments in general, or found comments in general, or for example, watch YouTube videos before writing a comment, I wish more people would kind of actually look at the date when the comment or the video was published, because recency, how recent the comment is, how recent ass like the big ass cigar it is, or how recent the video is, can have a big impact in terms of how important it is. For a better word, it can have a big damn impact, because if a video is 10 years old and you write a comment on that video, there might be a lot of things that are inaccurate about it, because times change. We cannot stop the flow of time. I mean, it's physically impossible. It's fucking impossible. It's like you can't stop the flow of time, and a lot of things change. It's like for example, I got a comment about a year and a half ago, somebody saying, dude, you really should follow the gluten-free diet if you have celiac disease. And I had to write to the person. I said, I am following the gluten-free diet. I've been following the gluten-free diet back then for 3.5 years, now 4.5 years. And that's the problem, is a lot of people, unfortunately, don't. I'm not saying you have to do like a huge project, like a huge research project, and start like looking to the person's channel, but at least take a moment to consider, like that example about the gluten-free diet or the celiac disease. At least take a moment to consider, gee, this video is 6 years old or 5 years old. Maybe this person has changed your lifestyle, or I'm at least considering this person has changed your lifestyle over the past, 5 or 6 years, because 5 or 6 years is a decent amount of time. It's a decent long time. It's long ass like the big ass cigar. So didn't sound right. Big ass cigar of life. It's like yeah. It's like really think about that for a sec, because it's like the same thing with smoking. It's like same thing with drug use, or same thing with alcohol. It's like yeah. Just because somebody was a heavy drinker, or a drug user, or a smoker, or whatever, does not mean 5 or 10 years later, that's the way they act. It's like, like for example, I, used to a certain degree, in very, very small amounts, consume cigarettes. I used to once in a while have a cigarette, and now I don't have a cigarette. I haven't had a cigarette for almost 10 years. It's like, I've been cigarette free for almost 10 years, and it's unfair for somebody to just look at my video from like 2010, say, well, he must still be a cigarette consumer, he must be a cigarette user still. It's impossible he has his quit. It's like, that's unfair, because a lot of things change over time. Same thing with comments, nice big ass comments like the big ass cigar. It's like, people's opinions change, like the video I just did, 5 minutes ago. It's like, just because that was my view back in 2010, 2009, does not mean that's my view nowadays. I mean, I was a very different person back then. I mean, it's like, when I was 18 years old, 19 years old, I was in a mess. It's like, I was in a total mess after high school. I had a very rough time after high school in terms of mental health. And I mean, I was going through hell, for a better word. I mean, pure hell, for a better word. And I mean, yeah, I'm a totally different person nowadays. At 30 years old, almost 31, I'll be 31 next year, next April. It's like, yeah, I'm a totally different person nowadays. It's like, and compared to like 2009, I was a fucking mess, for a better word. I mean, for a better word, a fucking mess. It's like, I was a totally different person back then. And it's like, things change. It's like, people's opinion change. For better or for worse, people change over time. It's like, you might find somebody who was a smoker back in, 2010, and nowadays they might be dead. It's like, who knows? I mean, who the hell knows? It's like, back in 2014, 2015, 2013, I used to not swear much in my videos. Now I swear all the time. It's like, people change over the years. It's like, and you kind of have to deal with it. It's like, and, people can get pissy, can get upset, but yeah, it's like, things change. It's like, people quit smoking, people stop drinking, people stop using recreational drugs, people, change their habits, people go on a gluten-free diet. It's like, things change over time. Anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye.